Ever wondered why some people get shredded so easily? What if I told you this is the step-by-step guide you need to cut your body fat and get insanely shredded? By the end, you'll not only master the cutting process, but also get some valuable tips to make the most of it. Smash that like button and let's get started. First off, what exactly is cutting? Cutting is the process of intentionally reducing body fat while preserving as much muscle mass as possible. It's the opposite of bulking, where the goal is to gain muscle mass, often with some fat gain. During a cutting phase, you'll focus on eating fewer calories than your body needs, also known as a calorie deficit, and adjusting your training to ensure you're not losing muscle. So, who should be cutting? Well, cutting is ideal for those who've already built some solid muscle mass and are looking to reduce their body fat percentage to reveal that muscle definition. It's especially useful for bodybuilders, but anyone can start cutting as well. If you just have some body fat that you want to lose, this video can also be useful for you. Now there are different approaches to cutting: long-term cuts and mini cuts. A long-term cut usually lasts several months, focusing on gradual fat loss through small, consistent changes for a long period of time rather than drastic calorie reductions. This method is ideal for preserving muscle mass while steadily decreasing body fat over an extended period. As I like to say, it's the correct way to do a cut. On the other hand, a mini cut is a short, intense cutting phase lasting between 2 to 6 weeks. It's perfect for quickly shedding a small amount of fat before an event or vacation. However, because of its aggressive calorie reduction below maintenance levels, a mini cut can result in greater muscle loss compared to a long-term cut. Now that we've covered the different types of cuts, this video will primarily focus on the long-term cut rather than the mini cut, because it's the best option if your goal is to maintain as much muscle mass as possible. To start cutting, you first need to know your maintenance calories, the number of calories you need to maintain your current weight. There are many online calculators you can use, such as the TDE calculator on the internet. You just need to fill in some physical details such as your gender, age, weight, height, and physical activity. The body fat percentage is optional. Once you have your maintenance number, subtract between 250 to 500 calories from it. This will create a calorie deficit, which is essential for fat loss. A 250 calorie deficit will give you slower, more sustainable fat loss, while a 500 calorie deficit will accelerate the process. I recommend to start with 250 and see if you are losing weight during the first weeks. If not, you can just decrease even more your calorie intake. Remember, the slower the weight loss is, the better for your muscle mass. Now that we have defined our calorie deficit, how long should the cutting process last? Well, I cannot tell you a magic number because that depends on your physical variables. However, the general recommendation is to aim for losing about 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. Generally, the higher your body fat is, the quicker you'll lose weight in the initial stages. This happens because people with higher body fat have more stored energy that their body can use when in a calorie deficit. When you reduce your calorie intake, your body taps into these fat stores for energy, leading to faster initial weight loss. Additionally, people with more body fat tend to have a higher BMR, basal metabolic rate, which means they burn more calories at rest, further accelerating early weight loss. However, as body fat decreases, the rate of weight loss typically slows down because there's less stored energy available for the body to use. Additionally, when you follow a calorie deficit for an extended period, your body, being highly adaptive, will start conserving energy to maintain the deficit. This energy conservation can leave you feeling more tired and sore due to the reduced calorie intake. But don't worry, stick around until the end of the video, where I'll share some effective tricks to help you feel good while staying in a calorie deficit. What to do if you hit a plateau? I know it can be frustrating when you're putting in all that effort to resist burgers or ice cream, but your weight keeps the same for weeks. But here's the thing. Plateaus are completely normal. In fact, if you never hit a plateau during your cutting process, it might mean you're losing weight too quickly, which could result in significant muscle loss. Plateaus often occur due to changes in your body composition. For instance, if you've lost 20 pounds, your BMR, basal metabolic rate, decreases, meaning your body now requires less energy to function at rest. To break through a plateau, one effective strategy is to recalculate your maintenance calories and subtract 250 to 500 calories from that new number. However, there are other ways to avoid or overcome plateaus. Increase physical activity. A common goal is to aim for 10,000 steps a day, which can burn around 300 calories or more. Later, we will talk about strength training, which is very important as well. And prioritize quality sleep. Ensure you're getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Sleep is when your body burns calories most efficiently, so maintaining a proper sleep schedule is crucial. By making these adjustments, you can keep progressing towards your goals. Let's talk about strength training. You've probably heard that during a cut, you'll lose all the strength you gained during your bulk. But here's the truth. That's exactly what you should be avoiding. A key indicator that you're successfully preserving muscle mass during a cut is maintaining your strength. While it's true that gaining additional strength will be more challenging, if you can hold on to your current strength levels, you're doing a great job. That said, it's not uncommon to experience a little drop in strength during a cut. This can happen because you have less energy from reduced calorie intake, or because your decreased body fat has given you a greater range of motion in certain exercises. The best advice I can offer is to stick to your regular routine, continue lifting heavy, and ensure you're recovering properly. Protein is the most important macro during a cutting process. It helps preserve muscle mass and keeps you feeling full. While I'm not a nutritionist, I'd recommend aiming for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. That's all about protein. Healthy ranges of body fat. Let's say you've spent months cutting to get shredded, aiming for those six-pack abs you see all over social media. It might seem like a great idea, but is maintaining such a low body fat percentage sustainable? Absolutely not. In fact, it's even unhealthy because your body needs some fat to function properly. Take, for example, the most shredded man of all time with just 4% body fat. While he may look impressive, he's likely struggling just to get through the day. He probably feels constantly tired, and his body isn't functioning at its best. For men, a healthy body fat range is typically between 10 to 20%, or even slightly higher as you age. For women, a healthy range is around 20 to 35%. Remember, being healthy is far more important than simply looking ripped. Is fat storage genetic? Why does that person seem to get a six-pack so easily while I'm struggling to achieve the same physique? The truth is, everyone can decrease their body fat percentage with effort and consistency. However, where your body stores fat and how easily you can lose it is largely determined by genetics. Some people naturally accumulate fat in their abdomen, while others may store more fat in their legs. This means that when you start losing fat, it might come off from one area first before you begin to notice changes in other areas. It's a unique process for everyone, dictated by your genetic makeup. Okay, you finished your cut, but what is next? One of the biggest challenges after a cut is avoiding the rebound effect, where you gain all the weight back. To prevent this, slowly increase your calorie intake by about 100 calories per week until you reach your new maintenance level. Keep up with your strength training and don't go back to old eating habits. The key is to transition out of your cut gradually so that you don't get your fat back. And finally, let me give some tips that can help you during your cut. Drink plenty of water. It helps with satiety and prevents overeating. Eat high-volume, low-calorie foods. Think vegetables and lean proteins that fill you up without many calories. Plan your meals and track your calories. Having a plan reduces the chance of giving up. You can track your macros in MyFitnessPal, which is an app that you can download on your phone. Link on the description. Take your carbs before and after your workouts. This will help you be much more energetic and get a better performance at the gym. And that's it for today's video. I hope you found this step-by-step cutting guide helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to support my channel. Every subscriber helps me grow and continue bringing you quality content. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm always excited to engage with you and answer all your questions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me a lot. And before you go, I've got another video I think you'll find interesting, so make sure to click here and check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!